Guys, welcome back to another edition of Tech in the Shop, where we're back with the old Ford again. Based on the views from last week, you guys are really just showing some old love to the old Ford. So, guys, we do appreciate for everybody that has left good comments, for giving us a thumbs up, for liking and subscribing. We've picked up several subscribers, and guys, we thank you very much for that. Continue to like and subscribe on us if you want to keep seeing stuff like this. But we're going to get back on the old Ford again tonight, where Jake's already done a little bit of work to it. He's done a little painting on it, not necessarily a restoration job, but just enough to protect it until we can paint it later. Trying to get it ready to go. We gotta work ground with it. Got to tear up the old pumpkin patch with it, and he's already done a little bit of wiring. But we're gonna get back on this thing tonight and do some wiring, do some degreasing. We got some degreaser to do. Try to get this old rig cleaned up a little bit and see what we can make it look like for a little bit, and see if we can get it back up in good operating condition. So, guys, thank you again for the ones who subscribed and has commented and liked, and continue to do so. So, guys, we'll take you around this thing a little bit and show you about what he's been up to. There's that paint. He's already sanded this side of the hood, and of course we gotta, it needs some work, and you can see it's pitted pretty bad. So what we really need to do is get a flap disc on this thing on like a 6-inch grinder and strip it clear down, do some body work. But for now, we're just trying to get some paint on it to preserve it until it's time to actually paint it. So once we get that, everything going, we got ground to get tore up. We got to do some discing. And hi, Jake.
Hey, guys.
We got a baseball game going on back here tonight.
Yeah, we do. I think we got 2 of them going on.
I think there's 2 of them.
One over there. Yeah, I think 2 of them going on.
Oh. So another thing you can already see, get you guys in here. He has went ahead and replaced the starter solenoid, where that other one, if you remember in the first video, was arcing real bad and trying to catch it afire. And I forgot. I had gasket material at home to get that carburetor rebuilt on, but he's just been tinkering here with it a little bit. But we're going to get some more wiring done to this thing, and you can see the grease is just caked on the old thing. So we got some stuff that we think we're gonna work on here, getting put up in a spray bottle, ain't we? Yeah. Spray bottle over on the. Oh, do it again, dare you? Put stuff in it. But we got us a big old jug of degreaser. So let's get this thing degreased and rewired. And actually, with changing that starter solenoid, you already got it back good to go, don't you? Where it starts on its own now?
Yeah, I got it going. Found out that the little toggle switch on the right-hand side, I do have a push-pull switch I'm going to use. But for now, since I redid the wiring on with that solenoid, that switch is working now. So I'm just going to let it run until we get what ground we got to get worked up on it. Once we get that, then we'll, like we said, we'll go ahead and finish doing the other stuff with it as well.
So a guy went ahead and done the right thing, and he's got like a selfie stick thing going on here, so I don't get the old finger in the lens again.
Nice.
But we're gonna go ahead and get some work done this thing. So guys, sit tight, enjoy the music while it rolls, and we do some really, 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 really fast work. It looks pretty nasty, bud.
That's disgusting. It's okay. When it goes back on, it's going to be shiny red.
Go ahead and jerk this thing apart. The float is completely stuck in it.
Maybe that screw is
Don't stab your hand. That'd be bad.
Okay, so that one's loose. That one's loose. This is a Marvel Shebler. Very popular brand carburetor.
Especially
for
for the
these old tractors.
40s, 30s, 40s, 50s model tractors. It was used on Case tractors and Ford tractors, and I don't know what all they was used on, but it was used on a bunch of them.
Well, I'm using a John Deere screwdriver on it, so
It'll be alright. Looks like you're gonna waller that thing clear around the pan before you're finally done.
Yeah. Don't lay all that flat. I just want to make sure all sides of the pan's good.
Yeah. Birds are singing strongly tonight.
I'm working and I got the window open. You can just hear them things. It's kind of peaceful. Every morning. Just hear the birds.
So most people, you know, that has a YouTube channel or like such, has at least a roof to work under, and well, a good 75% of the time we're outside working.
Which we've got the roof we could go under. We just like it outside.
It's easier when you're working in close quarters. Did you get that screw out?
That didn't work.
A little love tap. Use the handle of the screwdriver. It always works for me. Nope.
Nope.
Up.
Oh my.
Holy mackerel. The floats are, I'm going to venture to say, no good.
I don't think they're floating much anymore. Yikes.
Hold that up here and let's get these guys in here and show them this.
See this, guys? Should look more like a marshmallow, not a deflated, whatever you want to call it, balloon. Well, the floats are,
No floaty.
they're no floaty. The needle stuck.
Oh, I would say.
Yeah, it was.
Rusty
Oh,
as
no.
that is.
Oh boy.
Wow, and look in this.
Will they floating? How was it running?
Look in the bolt. And it ran as well as it did.
I mean, it missed and smoked, but
That is impressive. Well, that's going to make it run 110 times better. Get that all cleaned up and...
yikes. Gasket came off in one piece.
It did. That's surprising. Look at the garbage.
Pretty sure it's alive in there.
I'm going to go ahead and say that may be one of the worser ones we've ever tore apart.
Well, running anyway, yeah, 100%.
I am... quite honestly, I am blown away here. So now, instead of having one crappy carburetor, we got two crappy carburetors. This one, I bought it cheap at a flea market just because they use them on everything. It all worked, it's all loose. But I had it laying, and I guess moisture kind of got to it, and it was sitting on a piece of foam, so I don't know. I'm assuming that the reason that that one collapsed like it did was because it had water, some kind of moisture in it, and then it has froze. Excuse me, and I've done that. So what we're hoping to do is this carburetor is set up, as you can see, exact opposite of how the Ford carburetor is. So what I'm hoping to do is take this one apart, and hopefully the floats inside of it are the same as these, and these ones would be good. And then we can just clean up this carburetor and essentially take two carburetors and make one.
We'll get a finner.
Yeah. Hey, we've
I
reversed the
don't
roles
know
here.
what this thing is, though. I've never seen
The
one of
Venturi
those.
is what that is.
The what now?
Venturi.
Like Ace?
Ace Venturi. Yeah.
What's it do? I ain't got a clue.
It makes things happen inside the carburetor.
Oh.
It is part of what helps your, or mixes your air-fuel ratio. I can't get this.
Anywhere? Somewhere you're going to your finger.
Came
You
loose.
scare me.
Thanks. Here, you got more of a death grip than I do. See if you can get that one broke loose. I got the rest of it. Did you empty that already?
Yep.
Is this your Sprite or my Sprite?
That's your Sprite.
Okay. What? What are you looking for?
I want to smack it.
Smack it then.
Yeah. I lost it.
I'm going to put a little wrench on it for leverage. Got a pair of vice grips. Can we get vice grips to it? Not really. Oh,
Lovely.
I'm thinking if we could just put down on it and put the wrench here. I just so happen to have one in my pocket. Does anybody else carry a wrench or a pair of pliers or anything like that in your pocket? If you grab hold of that, I'm going to push down on you.
This can't go wrong.
This definitely cannot go wrong. Well, let me see how I can... That's already going wrong. All right, see. Yes, it did. Got it. You know, because, you know, two guys are better than one on
Teamwork
one little
makes the
tiny
dream works.
screw. Like I said, guys, I don't know anything about this carburetor. I bought it for like 10 bucks at a tractor show flea market. Just bought it because it was Marvell Chevrolet.
And everything we have uses it.
So I don't know. I knew the casing was good and I could rebuild it, but we're kind of crunched for time tonight and don't really have time to order parts if we don't have to. So we're going to see if we can't make this a parts carburetor for a little bit. Thought that was looser than what it was. Come on now. Spray what?
Like take the garden hose and just spray it if any of this stuff becomes loose.
Some of it would.
I'll just go with the ground.
You could try it and see what happens. So while I'm messing with this carburetor, Jake's back behind me giving that tractor another soak down with the degreaser. And just about to fire up the garden hose and see if it, how much that comes off. I guess what it don't, we'll just use parts brushes and things of that nature on. There we go. This has taken way longer to get 4 screws out than what it should have. Sorry about the excessive time on this.
4 screws and 7 carburetors.
There she comes. Alright guys, moment of truce. Oh my gosh. It's got a huge spider in it. I think it's a spider. I don't know what that is. Got all kinds of bugs.
Oh, it's a stink bug.
They stink bugs?
Yeah.
Hey! Son of a gun, I think we've got it. Yeah, that was stink bugs.
That's a shame. That whole carburetor's actually not that bad.
Can't stop video. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. This one is the Venturi out of the red carburetor that I brought down for parts. It's a dirty rotten shame we couldn't use that carburetor because it actually is in great shape. It's,
see all of the brass, everything's good in it.
Even the bowl wasn't dirty too bad other than just from setting. But we're going to use the Venturi out of it because this one is in great shape. As you can see, the one that was in the Ford. Guys, I don't know. How was this thing? Help me understand how that thing was running. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to switch these out as well as the floats. Floats was good. And try to get this garbage cleaned up. Out of it, it was very, very bad. I took the, it looks like I need to do just a little bit more right there. Took the choke butterflies out, and the shaft for it was just gum clear up. I've got a broken return spring. Again, I think I'm going to try to take it off the other carburetor just because we don't have a kit. So we're just going to keep right out of here. Jake, what did you get done on yours?
I rebuilt it. And by rebuilt, I mean, look at this. I used a drill and a wire brush.
That looks pretty nice.
Yeah, look at, yeah, it shined right up. Got all that junk out, and I'm just trying to get this other jet out of here.
We're going to keep right after it here. Let me stop it. So we're just trying to give everything a good soak down. This stuff was some stuff that we got at work, some discontinued stuff in that 5-gallon pail. We got it several years ago, but basically what it is it's the exact same thing. It's like a knockoff brand of Purple Power, and Purple Power, if you've never used it on grease and things, is really good degreaser. That's basically what this stuff is that we're using, is Purple Power, and we're literally just trying to soak everything down. We're going to let it soak for a little bit. Then what we'll do is we'll come back over and soak it down again, and use a parts brush, scraper knife, something of that nature to get it off. Then we'll use a garden hose. We don't have a power washer yet, so I already got this side soaked down pretty good. I mean, it would have been nice to just blasted it off with the power washer, but like I said, we don't have one yet, so we'll use the old parts brushes and scraper knives, and we'll get as much off as we can, then take garden hose and rinse it down. Should bring it back around pretty good. Make sure you spray it right down in the distributor and the alternator too, Jake. That way, you know, it shorts everything real good. Oh, you really did? Okay.
Hey, it's been sitting out in the weather all this time. Water just pouring down into both of them, so.
Yeah, and we didn't put nothing new in it yet anyway. I think it had at one time, but we got to get her cleaned up. It went and got dark, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that carburetor.
Looks a lot better.
Kindly
You're
cleaned
just
up.
getting ready to smash it back together now, ain't you?
Yep.
Got all the new old parts.
We are reusing the gasket because it's not tore.
And we don't have one. And
We've got material to make one, but you didn't see that. Oh, that's right.
You had it right.
Just didn't look right.
That was the part that we didn't see.
Get down in there, Ventura.
You get it, Ace.
Aha. I might have just found out why that needle was screwed out as far as it was.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe. Nope. Just needed wiggled. Alright. Where's my screws?
There's 4 right here. Here's the other 4. These ones. Oh,
these are the ones out.
These ones are the ones out of your carburetor. We got. You got all 4?
I got 3.
Oh, here's the 4th one. Come here, 4. mean, this is like budget building. This is like, let's just see if we can spend no money.
That's exactly
Budget
what we're doing.
building to reuse gaskets and parts out of another carburetor.
But
And
all in
you know
all,
what? Nothing in me just really believes that it's going to be any worse than what it was when we took it apart.
nope. I think it's going to run like a top.
It ran pretty good before.
Miss.
To be setting all that time and then having that kind of crud in the carburetor. No killdeers. Not happy. That's it, ain't that's the last bolt?
Yep, just gotta snug them.
There we go. Now we're probably not going to go ahead and put it on just yet because we need to
Spray.
continue to degrease the side of the motor. Plus, you're going to try to paint that first, ain't you?
I'd like to, but I'd like to see if it's going to run right before I go through painting it and everything.
What are you trying to say here?
Trying to say, well, it's on a budget.
Yeah.
Put this guy back on here. Back it up if you don't like it.
The black coffin.
What'd one casket say to the other?
What?
That you coughing?
Really? You know what I heard about today? There was a guy that stole a calendar. You know what he got? 12 months.
Oh boy. This has been Comedy Hour with the Neff Brothers.
Yeah. Tetanus Shop Comedy Hour. We're sorry you don't have to love it. Just subscribe. That's all we ask.
Tech tips.
Yeah, Tet tips.
Use old carburetors for other old carburetors to fix old carburetors.
To make old junk remain old junk. There it is.
Looks just as ancient as it did when it came off.
I think the late and great Buck Owen sang a song about that. Together again.
Can't. It's caked on here. Power washer is really what we need.
Yeah. Power washer's what we need. Garden hose is what we got. He's giving it one more soak down. This will be about the third one. You can see the crud just running off of it, but it's totally pitch black out here other than our work light. So we're going to do the right thing and go ahead and try to spray it down anyway. Got it on soak mode. Jet, that's better.
Ready?
Yep.
I can only imagine if we'd had a power washer.
Yeah, that ain't going too bad, is it?
No, it ain't.
Told you it's some pretty mean degreaser. Wow. Yeah, that's helping. Well, I guess we just keep up this for a little bit and see what happens. We couldn't help ourselves. We had to put the carburetor on and try it. Jake, I think that runs a lot better.
That's a good running tractor.
That's a good running tractor now. Ah. I'd say that right there is a runner. That's so much better. We got a lot more degreasing and stuff to do. We just, odds and ends things. But anyway, we're going to see what else we can do tonight. I think we're going to definitely try to do some more degreasing. Got some back here in the back. Down around the front end. Jake's tracing some wires on it now.
Hey, it's charging.
Is it charging?
You see it? Probably not. We're about 16.
Good deal.
If I shut it off.
Some charging whirlers. Got that switch hooked up.
See where that battery's sitting at, not running. Setting at just under 14, so it's charging too.
Yeah. We're getting charged to it. We're good deal. I thought that alternator looked pretty new. It's
I was just worried about the wiring on it.
got the sticker and stuff still on it. So evidently it's, we need a little bit right there on that wire. Do a little addressing. Yeah, whirl that thing over. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What is it?
I got the gas shut off. I'm gonna let that out the carburetor.
Yeah, we do have to take the carburetor back off and replace a couple gaskets. I think instead of trying to get a kit, we're going to go ahead and tap one out. We'll show you guys how we do that. For those of you that's never done it, it's pretty simple and it'll be a lot easier than cheaper than us getting a kit because, you know, extra budget building here. We'll run for a long time with what's in the carburetor, won't it? Run for a long time with what's in the carburetor, won't it?
It's like the VAC, you can unload it and drive it up to where it needs to and track it straight. Take off from the brake.
Yeah. Is it going to die? Oh, maybe. Getting close. Nope. Well, just kill already. You know, why just drain the carburetor when you can just run it out? It's funner that way. No.
Use everything you can.
Yeah. Plus, a little runtime never hurt nothing. Definitely excited to. Yeah, we still got quite a bit on the side of the engine block and things, but I think we might get that soaked back down, see what other kind of cleaning we can do, right? What else you're planning tonight?
Put the gasket on that carburetor, hopefully get that all sealed up and clean the bird nest down the breather.
Yeah, we don't have to. It's thinking about dying. Yeah, we're gonna take that old bath air cleaner off. It did it.
It just shut off.
It's just done. All right, stick around, guys. Let's see what else we can get done to it today. So while Jake's trying to get the breather off of it, I'm gonna go ahead and take the carburetor back off so I can make him 2 new gaskets for this thing.
It's trying to break off or not. So.
Manifold's warm now.
Yeah. You're welcome. I never thought about that.
I didn't really either.
I was just having fun with
Bye,
it.
wrench. Too awful much in that left. Yeah, a little bit. Make sure it's off. Yeah, it was off.
I was going to try and cheat. And just see if I could wiggle it all out of there without having to take the whole thing off, but that's not the right way to do it. Where's my ratchet? Oh, I know where that's at. That's on the Arctic cat. It's okay, I got more.
So, you heard him say that about the Arctic cat. We do have a video coming up soon on an Arctic cat 550 Prowler that we are redoing the clutch assembly in. Not really sure what all we're into yet. We just started tearing it apart, and we got sidetracked by the old tractors again. That'll be coming very soon, though. The Arctic cat will.
Screw brush too.
How'd you say these popped off?
Okay, there's that.
Getting that bottom off there?
Yeah.
Watch, it might have oil in it. It's supposed to, anyway.
It does not. Just more bird nest.
Yeah, it's supposed to be filled with oil.
Oh, yeah, it's just filled with dirt.
Nice. Well, there's why it wasn't running right when we had it plugged. Oh my gosh. It's got an element in it, but...
Oh my gosh, it's hard, dude.
There's an element inside of it, and all that stuff's in the element. See, that's the element. So you have to take an air hose and blow all that out. Put that part back in it.
If there's anything left, really.
If there's anything left, yeah.
So that's not the element. There's more of it up in here.
Oh.
There's supposed to be more element. There's not. It's there. It's just in pieces.
The needle's needling. So we're still having problems with this carburetor. I don't know if you can see the needle valve, but it's actually dropping down like it's supposed to. But what I'm worried about is the floats floating. Whoa, leaking everywhere on me again.
Get this element out here. Don't look like it's full of dirt. So that's good.
The needle's doing what it's supposed to. As I took it out and started bubbling gas up out of it.
I died yesterday by a baseball. Twice. Ouch.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the baseball games going on again out back.
So I was. There we go.
This is Jake's story time.
So over here working on the tractor yesterday. Put carburetor on. Minding my own business. You know, I don't bother anybody.
I feel like this needs music put with it.
And lo and behold, I feel a thud right at my back heel of my foot, my left foot.
Oh boy.
And I look behind me, and there goes a baseball running about 110 miles an hour across the driveway, on back towards Junkie. I'm like, oh, okay, flying baseballs.
Oh, I've not heard
I
this.
heard, foul ball! And then I heard, and look, and there went the ball.
Huh.
So, about 10 minutes later, getting my little Sonoma ready. Door's trying to fall off, so I'm trying to fix the door. I'm over here, you know, minding my own business. I try not to bother anybody. And fixing the door, don't think anything of it. Hop in, I got the door, you know, pieced together. Get in the truck, close the door, hit the key. I hear, foul ball, bam! And I look, hit the top of the cab, and it went flying and hit my garage in front of me. So
Oh my gosh.
just missed that one too. This has been Story Time with Jake.
Beat it. Beat it. Okay, so we need that gasket to make.
That looks much better.
Whoa! Oh, I lost the needle.
This has been Silly Songs with Larry. feel when I'm telling my stories.
Yeah.
I'm saying a song going to be copyrighted.
So, that's the one we gotta make. And that's the one we gotta make. I'm working behind the camera while Jake's working in that direction. Huh? What'd you lose? Oh. That part looked more important-ish.
Alright. I think this thing might breathe now. Imagine that.
It's gotta be better than what it was.
Oh, that ain't gonna hold foil.
Was it rusted out?
Yeah.
Oh my, and it's been
tried to be fixed. Well, that ain't gonna kill it, but...
Well, looks like we're looking for a new breather.
Hey, and you guys have a breather for a Ford, let a guy know.
Post down the comments. We'd like to get with you on that.
For that matter, maybe a hood, side panels, anything.
Floats for carburetor, because I'm not sure if these ones are going to float.
Dinner time.
So they're doing the floaty thing. I can take and hold them underwater. I just got water in the old oil pan. I can hold them underwater. I don't see no bubbles. Put them down on the bottom and they float back up. So our floats are good. So they're doing what they should. So I think what I'm going to have to do is your needle rides right here. So what I think I'm going to do is just try to bend these just a touch, just a little tiny bit, to see if we can't force that needle shut a little bit better, because right now it's just allowing all the gas to just come right back out the end of the carburetor.
Right here soon.
So he's over on this side with the parts brush and the degreaser in a bowl, so where he can soak that brush down better, like that.
Let's
Jake,
face it, the sprayer just was not working.
that looks like a good impression of a Bob Ross painting.
You know what you do with those?
What?
When your brush gets a little too much. And a happy little tree up here. Make sure to keep your brushes clean. You gotta dip that in that water.
Yep.
And just like that.
All right.
Love Bob Ross. Love Bob Ross, I should say.
Can I spray this time?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. That way you can see where you got to go back to.
Oh, I need to move that bowl side scrub back in there too. Bowl out of the way.
These hay dudes are not good to be standing on the side of a bank with. Oh, that's a whole lot better.
Like getting the grease off.
Yeah. That's looking a whole lot better. Some of that still might need a scraper knife.
Yeah. It's also difficult because there's a lot of this where it's just paint that's flaked off.
Yeah.
Like this is all just paint flaked off.
How many volts holds that battery track in? I was gonna say you could almost got that out and got all that, but
these two, and I'd say 2 on the upper side.
Just pop that out, you know?
See a small one.
Well, your solenoid and everything's mounted to it too, so too much work for tonight. We're out of time. We're like really out of time.
Oh, you need scissors.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do here is I've got some of this. Here's part number if any of you guys want to see it. We've used this on several things before. The rubber fiber gasket material for oil, water, or gasoline. Timing covers, fuel pump mounting, differential cover, distributor base. Anyway, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to pop this stuff out of here so it won't blow away. Just roll this out here a little bit. Let's see how I can do this without it rolling up too bad. So we'll just lay it down like this. We'll start on this one. This is an easy one. We'll just start here first. Try to get it down to where I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of material here. But then I got a pencil. I'm just going to take and mark it out. Okay, so there it's all marked out. I'm just going to take a pair of scissors, just trim it out. These kids are in a hot baseball game over here. And the round holes, just going ahead and taking a drill and drilling these holes out. Then I'll have to cut out these bigger ones. But the holes I'm just going to drill out. Put it down on a piece of board so that way when you go into the board, it ain't no big deal. We're just going to keep right after doing that. I'm going to do the same for this one. I'll lay it down. I cut out the big hole already. But I'll lay it down, get the right size drill bit, and I'll drill out these holes. That was painful, but it's done. As you can see, whoa, throw it at myself. We have got new gaskets now. And this was just some material that we had laying around from something else. And again, no money spent today on new gaskets, and it's
always a good day.
Same thickness, yeah, like Jake says, always a good day when you don't have to spend no more money. So we're gonna go ahead and get these put on, get that carburetor back together so we can get it on. I think Jake's over here working on the degreaser. We'll see how he's coming along. Jake, how you coming along over here, bud?
Not a fun time.
Like, you got it.
Degreasing is nice and rewarding, but that's not when you're working. It's very tedious, and when you're working, there's a lot of places you can't get to, and you really wish you could.
Here, I was sitting over here the whole time thinking I had the tedious job, but I'm glad that I got to put on carburetor duty.
I got the other side done up as good as I can. The worst part is just
take a look at the other side. Wow! Jake.
It cleaned up nice.
This is almost a Picasso painting over here, bud.
The biggest part of it is just the fact that it's peeled paint. What looks like grease is just peeled paint. It's just raw cast.
Hello.
Which is why I'm trying to do this so I can put some paint on. So that way at least it's covered.
I'm telling you what, these kids are still hard at it. I mean, the sun's going down.
Just wait till they start clearing out.
So I guess we'll just keep on degreasing here a little bit, and we'll check back in with you guys. While Jake's blowing off some of the water, I'm going to go ahead and get the carburetor put back on. And then he's going to try to get that breather put back on. And we're going to see if what we've done to the carburetor is going to make it seal up for the night. And see if we can get wrapped up here before it gets too dark tonight. These little quick release deals for the choke and stuff makes it nice. It's handy, ain't it? Uh-huh.
I said I gotta drain the air tank somehow.
Drain the air tank.
That's up to you.
See, we're all about budget around here. We can't even waste the air that we pumped with the air tank. Oh my, that was in the eye.
Gotcha?
Got me.
Sweet.
No, I mean the baseball game was just over like 15 minutes ago and there ain't a soul around. You can't even tell if there was anybody ever there. Well,
good.
Just a little bit better than watching paint dry.
Yeah, I hate that. I do that way too often. I get too anxious and I paint stuff and then it's like, why ain't it dry? Yeah.
Or your question, why did I paint that again?
Yeah.
I needed to work right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that happens very often. This guy, I like that's supposed to be something. I bet that's how you adjust the pressure.
Torqued. You're welcome. You gotta be over exaggerate. Here you go.
Thanks.
All right, Jake. Moment of truce.
I guess I gotta put battery in it.
Let's see if that float's gonna hold. Truce. We're gonna see if it floods now. Turn the gas on.
Yeah, I see the bowl filling up there.
Okay. Sediment bowl's coming up. Sediment bowl now full. Let that get into the carburetor.
That tastes a little
Carburetor.
It's all good. Just crank it on, fill it up.
Well, that's going to tell us if it's going to hold.
Should I leave it all the way on?
Yeah, for a minute.
If it starts leaking, then I'm just going to say it's the nature of the beast.
We're so far so good.
Well, that's what I thought the other day too. Then it starts leaking out of nowhere. I'm like, hey, we got it.
We're hoping that the doing some adjusting on the floats. Hopefully that makes the needle seat. It's still holding right now. I can't tell, is this gas up around the top to the intake? I think it might be. It's not coming out the bowl though. Maybe that's water that came down yet.
Water, 'cause I can't think it'd be at the intake. They'd have to suck it up in there.
No, it's just water.
Excuse me.
It's still holding. Is it still turned on all the way?
Crank on.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's fired up and see what it does.
It's just a hair there, but it might take that.
Is it
gasket
still?
to see.
It's still holding, ain't it?
Yeah. Well,
See if it'll, what it'll do.
how many times?
I love the sparks flying off the battery cable. Oh, it's smoking now.
Still learning the thing.
Yeah, still trying to figure out the nature of the beast and its wicked habits.
Try something extra.
Just go ahead. Gets up to good operating temperature to adjust it. Good. Wow, I think that's going to get it. What do you think, bud?
I think we got us a tractor.
I think we got us a runner.
Thermostat open. We can see it flowing around in the radiator. Cooling. It's charging. It starts. It moves.
Here, let's just put that switch on.
Got oil pressure.
Setting out the field. Set out in the field for a couple years. And I mean, there's a difference between setting in a barn for a couple years and setting out in the field for a couple years. The outside is no good for them. So it speeds up the process of deteriorating like a ton. Yeah. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You happy?
I'm ecstatic.
So guys, and once again, we want to thank you for everybody that has showed so much love on this old girl. I mean, I want to play.
It is a Volkswagen.
Was it?
But
we want to thank you guys again for all of the love and support that you guys have showed toward the little old Ford. And I mean, it's just amazing that it's set out in the field all this time, forgotten, and now we've got so much love to the channel because of it. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed, commented, liked, and guys, we want to encourage you to do that still yet. It don't cost you a thing, but it helps us out a lot. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Like, comment, ring that little bell for the notifications. That way, when you you'll know as soon as we post a new video on it. So we're going to get this video uploaded. The next time you see this tractor, we're going to have it in the field working.
Yeah.
So
we're going to be discing.
we've got all the mechanics are ready to go. We may do a little bit more cosmetic just before we take it out to the field.
For fun.
Just for fun, and just to make it look a little better.
Not present, but the cover, preserve.
Well,
that's where I'm
present to you, preserve for it.
Preserve that rust before it gets any worse. I know it's been sitting out this long, and you want to cover it up as quick as you can, just because, you know,
Try to put a stop to
we're
it.
not making no show tractor out of it yet. Someday we will, but as of right now,
Gas just now started coming out the carburetor.
Not now.
That's still a lot better than what it was. Still may need to do a little adjusting on the floats. Guys, thank you once again. You guys have a good evening. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.